It's gonna be fun. We got a great team. Practice has been going really good. Everybody's excited. Finally playing somebody else. So it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be a good learning curve for the team too. And as I said, just to get to play somebody else is gonna be good for us.
How have you found the last couple of weeks being with all the team, giving a new environment for yourself?
It's been great. I feel like I've been growing a lot, like just not by myself, but like as a team too. Like at first, like everybody was like on different pages, but now we finally coming together. Like you can see, like everybody passing the ball, everybody getting to the cup. So we just get ours. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. It's been great.
If you enter the draft this year, there's no guarantee you get a good contract out of it. So why have you taken the chance of yourself here and your chance to get higher next year?
I feel like this is a great opportunity. Coming in with a great coaching staff. We got Coach Forde leading the pack. I feel like he was a good coach. Gonna put me in great situations. Like all the plays we got, the playing style we play with fits me perfectly. So I just feel like my chances are gonna be better. And I'm going against really good players. It's pros out here. So I feel like that's more like the NBA, you know what I'm saying? If I play in college, it's more like 20 years old, like 23-year-old guys. But no, I'm playing against grown men, so they're going to translate a little bit better.
There's a very good young prospect of Alex Sara who's been impressing last week.
Yes, sir.
You think you can handle him?
Yeah, most definitely. Like he's a great player, but you know what I'm saying? Like nobody going to face me. It's me against the world, you know what I'm saying?
In saying that, what's your expectation for this season for yourself? What goals do you want to achieve to get that next level?
I just want a great season. I want to win a championship. That's the goal. I want to win the championship and then just take it from there. Just play as good as I can. That's the goal.
What would satisfy you in the draft next year? Would it be a top #1 pick, top 5?
As high as I can go, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not really focused on that right now. I'm just trying to focus on getting better every day and just get a championship. That's the goal.
And how does playing here in Cairns or Australia compared to playing in the US?
It's a little different. I would say it's more physical out here because I'm going against grown men every day. So, it's guys that are like from 30 to 25. So, it's a little bit more physical. And we play a very fast playing style too. So, definitely faster and much more physical. But I would say it's more athletic in the States though. Like back in college, it was more athletic guys. So I feel like I got a little advantage right there just with my athleticism.
Is that faster style? Does that marry up with, I guess, what your strengths?
Yeah, most definitely, because we get a lot of shots up, shoot a lot of threes, a lot of passing. So the flow of the game is just easy. It comes easy for me.
Forde mentioned last week that Sam and Perry and Tyler will be taking over the reins this NBL. What are you expecting from that? How great is it to see one of your teammates to be coaching?
It's going to be fun. I feel like we got a lot of great leaders in the team. So for them to just like get to practice that is great for them and for the team too. Because I feel like during the season they're going to be able to bring that like on the court too, which is going to help Coach Forde and the whole team. So that'll be great.
Speaking of your aspirations, have you always dreamt of playing in the NBA?
Yeah, when I was younger, I was playing soccer until I was like 12 years old. But like I was watching basketball all the time. Like LeBron James was one of my role models since I was young. So I was watching basketball all the time. So the NBA always been my goal since I was young.
And you've been emulating LeBron's style? Is that what?
Not really. Like I would say a little bit more. I got my own style because I do a little bit of everything. But most definitely, like he much stronger than me though. But I get there someday.
Did you get a chance at Wake Forest to talk to Tim Duncan at all?
Not really. I was talking to Chris Paul though a couple of times. He played pickups with us sometimes, and he had a few words to say for us, but not Tim Duncan yet.
Yeah, well, the great thing about the Blitz is, it's a couple of layers to it. Obviously there's going to be a lot of NBA scouts coming to watch some guys, and we got 3 guys that are draft eligible next year with some pretty good chances in Sam, Karen, and Bobby, and then on top of that, AK, who was in the Summer League only 2 years ago, just had his 21st birthday a couple of months ago, and that window for NBA is still a big opportunity for him. So, when you factor in that type of exposure as well as what we're trying to do as a team, and again, the things that are relevant and important to us, floor spacing, how we want to defend, there's so much going on that the big focus as well is trying to keep a level head amongst the guys and what our goal is. And then we've got a couple of games as well. So, there's a lot to it, which looking forward to. The guys are week 5 in pre-season. It'll be nice to play against someone else other than ourselves.
Speaking of, can you talk us through what's Bobby been like on court as well as off court for the team and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, fantastic. One of the things that we really advertised to his agent on what Bobby could do here for us is we put him out in the perimeter. In college he was primarily a bit of a 4, and they knew for him to get into that NBA attention, they needed to see him be a bit more of a playmaker on the perimeter. and he's exceeded expectations. You know, his ability to pass and find his teammates and create off the bounce, and him going downhill and transition. You know, there's a lot of resemblance to James Ennis, the Perth Wildcats back in 2013-14, I think, in a sense of his ability to push the break, get downhill, create for his teammates. But just like James Ennis was, you know, he's a great knockdown shooter and he's a great defender. And he's a great dude, so you know the guys really appreciate having him in the change room.
Do you feel like it's too risky for him? You reckon he's already potentially going to be a lottery pick anyway, and then this year to try and improve his draft stock? Do you reckon it's risky, or do you reckon he'll be comfortable doing that?
What do you mean by risky?
Oh, as in, like, you reckon like it could affect his stock if he doesn't have the years, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, naturally. I mean, and that's the thing, right? Yeah, like with everybody, you back yourself. You know, I could take a soft option and be a truck driver and be guaranteed income, or I do this where you know there's no guarantee of next year. So, you know, I think with everything, especially in this industry that's results driven, you know, there's always a risk factor.
You talked about last week about having Taj coaching. Just talk us through how exciting that is to have him step into the role once again as he did last season. Yeah,
well, I mean, for my perspective was for him to see it a little bit through my lens, more so, you know, because he's such a dynamic player, and you know, Taj does things that other people aren't physically capable of. So him coaching last year was to sort of see, I see it from your perspective, but now see it from my lens where, you know, we have to sort of play to guys' strengths and weaknesses. But the result was Taj actually got a real light bulb moment himself, in a sense that, you know, when he spoke, the guys responded. And so there's a different form of leadership with Taj not only just leading by example, but now he can command the group and really, you know, get the attention of the room. And, you know, for him, he's such a special player. And you know, we made no secret about how we built this team around him. So for him to get that opportunity to see that these guys are willing to run through a brick wall for him, you know, that opportunity is just, you know, too good of a chance to turn down. So no, I'm excited for him and see what he's able to produce.
Now, you spoke about that shift. Is there any particular focus coming into the NBL Blitz, to whether that be gameplay or what will be?
Yeah, I mean, we've recruited a lot of length, so we've actually got a different defensive system to what we had last year. And even with our personnel that we brought in, you know, we're going to be looking to get a different scoring punch, primarily from our backcourt. You know, Pat Miller's the guy that's going to come out and be a high volume scorer, where last year obviously that was deferred a little bit more to Keanu and DJ. So, you know, the playbook's different in the offensive end. Our ability to defend multiple positions and really get in the gaps on the defensive end has changed. So again, these 3 games is for us to really try and you know, perfect that before the real test comes up with New Zealand at the end of the month.
If Alex Sarr gets sucked in, you're going to put Bobi and him next to each other and try and get a good matchup there, man.
I'll never sort that out. Yeah, I mean, the big thing is, I mean, we're so interchangeable that he may start on Sarr and he's going to finish on Cotton. So, you know, depending on what Perth want to run and how we run things, yeah, matchups change throughout, game by game, possession.
We see only a little glimpse of what happens day to day, week to week. Seeing the intensity at the end of that training session there, what is it like for you as a coach to see guys putting their body on their line at training, let alone a month out, 4 weeks out from the start of the real serious stuff?
Yeah, I mean, that was one thing, you know, we really, you know, recruited in the off-season. We wanted to have guys who were robust and wanted to compete and get after it. And again, when you use Taj as a bit of a barometer of the group, if you bring in someone that doesn't meet Taj's expectation, you know, you can really have a shift or divide in the group. And so, you know, having guys like Bobi, who, again, is a lottery pick, and he's willing to take charges in the driving lane. And you got Josh Roberts, who just competes for every loose ball, regardless of his own you know, personal well-being. Yeah, it really does make practice fun. And, you know, the reality was today wasn't as good as what I thought it could have been, you know, some of the practices we had. But, you know, the old cliche, the old saying, you know, you want to make training harder than the game. I think, you know, for the most part, we've done a pretty good job of, you know, trying to meet those expectations. But now, again, the test will be when we get to play.
Is that even more important, I guess, this year with the North America trip early on?
Yeah. I mean, we've got great pre-season. We're going to have 3 pre-season games, and then we have 3 regular season games to really fine-tune what we want to do. And then we roll into those NBA games with, you know, logging some minutes under our belt, because we've got such a new group as well. you know, like with everything, these guys got to start learning to play with each other. You know, Sam Meninga's more of a pop threat than we realise, than anybody realised. And so, you know, as we start getting more opportunities and more reps to play out of that type of scenario, we do a better job finding him off the ball.